channel. I feel like it's been forever since I've actually been able to sit down and film a video with 2 kiddos, but I decided to go ahead and sit down, get myself together. I haven't put on makeup or anything for I don't know how long, and film Eli's 2-month update. He's right here next to me. Oh, can't wait to share all the cool stuff he's been doing as a 2-month-old, as well as share my postpartum update for you for 2 months. So before we get into today's video, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button below and give it a thumbs up if you like this video, as well as click the bell notification so you can be notified every time that I do post a video, so we can stay connected. And if you haven't followed me already, I post on Instagram for the most part, so follow me on Pieces of Jayde. And also, I just want to say that, this is a very difficult time, which is another reason why I haven't really filmed too much. I just haven't been feeling motivated with everything going on in the world right now with the virus. And I am very thankful and trying to be thankful for everything that I have right now and positive, and thankful that I am on maternity leave. But I do go back to work at the end of April, and it's going to be tough, getting into a different schedule and things like that. But I am very, very thankful to still have a job to go back to. But I just want to say that it's not, just because you're going through something and it's not affecting you doesn't mean it's not affecting somebody else. And even though it's not directly affecting me yet, it is affecting me and the people around me, because the way it affects other people does affect me. It's affecting the world right now. So yes, it's putting a damper on everybody's mood. So many plans canceled, so many things. And the way it may be affecting you may not be affecting somebody else. And I just want to say that my thoughts and prayers are with everybody right now in the world. And if you need, you're a mama and you're at home with your kids during this tough time, it's a big change. A lot of people are homeschooling that normally didn't. And, just drop me a comment below. I would love to be that person that you talk to and connect with. And we need this family. We need to, thank goodness for technology, but this is how we need to stay connected and united, and get used to our new norm, because this too shall pass. I know it's gonna pass. But let's get into today's video. We'll start out with his stats. He did recently just have a 2-month update, or a 2-month appointment. I am so sorry, my mind is all over the place, and I just can't always say the right words these days with 2 little ones running around. Well, almost crawling here soon, I guess. But my daughter is in the next room, right in her room. We're in Eli's room right now, and she's on her tablet, and I'm allowing her to do a lot more free play as long as she's next to me and I can hear her, and she's on her tablet, usually doing like some type of educational or kids YouTube or something like that she loves. And I hope to upload her 2-year update here soon. So his doctor's appointment was actually just the other day. It is the first week of April, so he did turn 2 months old on March 25th, so it's a little bit afterwards. And I did delay his appointment for a little bit because I actually wasn't going to have it because of everything going on, but I didn't want him to get too delayed with his shots, because we all know that between the 3 to 6 month mark they have like 1 million vaccines. So I do split them up because I don't, their bodies are so tiny, and I think that that's just too much at one time. I don't know how people get them all done at one time. But he, at this visit, everything went well. He did have an oral vaccine, and then one in each leg, which he did cry. He got super red. He definitely has my complexion. He cried, and then he was good. But the doctor said everything went well. Excuse me. He does have a little strawberry birthmark on the back of his neck, which I'll show you right here. And the doctor said that that's completely normal. That's very common. It may fade, but it's definitely common. He had that when he was born. And I didn't really have too many questions. I'm going to be using my phone during this video because I write so many things down in my notes section, and I use that in conjunction with his baby book. And a lot of the times, especially this time, I have not been very good at keeping up with his baby book. Ava's, I literally did it I kept up with it with every month. But we know with our second baby, things get a lot harder. And I'll show you the baby book that I am using, as well as link it below if I can find a link. I did purchase it at Hallmark. But let's see, Eli's 2-month appointment. So I didn't really have too many questions. The only other problem that he was having is he was getting constipated. He was only pooping like every 2 to 3 days. But the doctor said as long as the consistency is normal, you know, like newborn poop, it's not that big of a deal. But I do feel like it's gotten a lot better since his first month, because I think what happened is when I started supplementing with formula, and then he seemed like he was having stomach pain, so then I switched to Similac Sensitive, and then I think that's what made him constipated, and now I am on Similac Pro Advanced, which he is currently exclusively on formula, and I'll get to that more in my postpartum talk chit chat with you guys. But so yeah, now it's a lot better. He poops at least once a day, sometimes every now and then every a couple days. Everything else was good. So let's get into his stats. So he is currently, my big boy, currently 13.4 pounds at 2 months old. His height is 23.75 inches. So my kids are always in the average percentile for that, but he is definitely bigger than my daughter. His head circumference is 41.5 and then 96th percentile. For some reason, him and Ava both have on the higher side of head size, which I don't know, they'll grow into it. I'm not really worried about it. The only thing that she did say is that his head does look a little bit flat. I really don't think it does. I never had that issue with Ava, and they never said anything about it, but they said to try to just increase his tummy time, and you know, they're always laying on their back, especially because, you know, it's not safe to put them on their stomach anymore to sleep. So of course, I'm going to up the tummy time, and she said that we'll reevaluate it at his 4-month appointment, which is his next appointment. But other than that, everything went well, and I was the first, you know, I was actually very hesitant of going since everything going on, but I was the first appointment of the day. There was nobody there, and my mom actually also works at the pediatrics office that he goes to, so I'm glad that I went ahead and did it. And I'm going to try to insert, I know he's right here with me, he's being so good, and he's super strong. I just gave him a bottle, but he holds his head up pretty good. But I'm going to be inserting some videos and pictures for you guys, so you can kind of see what he's been doing these past couple months. So let us see. So let's go get into the sizes of his clothes and diapers. He's still in size 1 diapers. He was only a newborn for a couple of weeks, and my favorite diapers are Huggies. I just think that they are so much softer, even more than Pampers. Those are my favorite ones, the little snugglers. And I usually buy them on Amazon because I get like 198 for like 40 bucks, which is amazing. So I think I have them linked in my baby section of my Amazon storefront if you want to check it out. And clothes, he's in 0 to 3 to 3-month clothes. This little outfit, I believe, is 0 to 3. It's starting to get a little bit short on him because he's so long. So here pretty soon, he's probably just going to be in 3-month clothes. Let me get some water. I've been so thirsty lately, but I'm glad because I've been carrying this around with me around the house. And I feel like it's so much better than actually drinking a bottle of water, because I feel like I drink more water with that. Shoes, I mean, I don't really put too many shoes on him. Ava, I was like super into shoes, but for him, not really. He did have a couple of newborn shoes that he outgrew, and now he can fit in size 1, but we really haven't gone anywhere for me to wear them. I just want to snuggle with him all the time. He's so cute. Anyways, so yeah, that is as far as his clothes. He hasn't really lost any hair too much. He still has pretty dark hair. I do think that some blonde is coming through. If you've been, you know, subscribed to me or following me here for a while, you'll know that my daughter, she had dark hair and she has like blonde hair now, which she takes after me. I'm like super blonde, and my husband is Colombian and with black hair, so she definitely takes more after him, and his coloration and everything is more after me. My daughter has like light brown eyes like my husband, and he has more hazel eyes. I have hazel eyes with more on the green side. So he's definitely, I feel like he definitely takes more after me, and he doesn't have that thick of eyebrows too, or like super light eyebrows. So I think his hair is definitely going to come in more blonde. But that is Mr. Eli, and they all have my small little ears. I have small little ears. He has my feet, and Ava has my husband's feet. It's just so cool to see like the mixture of your babies that look like you. And the older they get, the more that you can see it. I think that is just amazing. So as far as his schedule, his sleeping schedule, and his feeding schedule, he started out, of course, like most newborns, feeding on demand when he was breastfeeding, and then every 2 hours, waking up 2 to 3 times a night, feeding bottles. And now he's officially sleeping through the night. The longest stretch that he has slept is 6 hours, which I typically sleep about 6 to 7 hours, so that's perfect for me. I don't really like sleeping more than that, but we're getting there. It varies a little bit. Typically, his last bottle is around 11:30 p.m. when I go to bed, and then he wakes up sometime between 5 a.m. and 7. Sometimes I don't even give him a bottle, and he still wakes up sometime between 5 and 7. That last bottle, because typically I have Ava and him bathed and bathed by 9:30, so they're sleeping, so then me and David can enjoy a couple of hours together, or I get ready for bed, take a shower, just do my nighttime routine without any kids. We all need that. And then if he's just like super out of it, I don't give him a bottle, and I just swaddle him, which the swaddle means that I use are in my Amazon store. I swear by those swaddles. I also like the zip up ones. You have to swaddle your baby or they're not going to sleep through the night. It's going to be a lot more difficult. I'm not saying you can't do it, but swaddling has been my lifesaver and my #1 newborn essential. So yeah, and then, but if he's kind of like awake but sleepy, I'll go ahead and give him that last bottle, which I like to do because I feel like he does sleep a little bit later, and then I'll go ahead and change him. But that is typically his schedule right now, so I think that's really good for a 2-month-old. I have to check her baby book, but I don't think Ava started sleeping through the night until like 3 to 4 months. And then we transitioned Ava to her crib around, I want to say, between 4 and 5 months, which maybe he will even be sooner. I was getting kind of afraid because at the first month, if you watched his month update, he hated the bassinet, and I was literally, he would wake up around like 3 in the morning, and he would not go to sleep unless he was in my arms, and I was literally laying with him in bed like this, and of course, as you can imagine, I wasn't getting that much sleep that first month. So that's his schedule. So new things this baby boy is doing, and I'll insert some clips, is he smiles. He just recently started smiling. He has the cutest little smile. He's cooing and talking, little baby talks. He's super, super strong. I don't know if he loves tummy time. He gets very agitated quickly with it, but we do tummy time. He loves it for the most part, if you're doing it for a short period of time. And he holds his head up. He's super strong. He's wiggling. He is a very stiff baby. That's definitely one of the main differences between him and my daughter. He's a lot more temperamental and very stiff baby. I feel like he needs to relax a lot more. But he is super wiggly. He's holding his head pretty good, as you can see. Obviously, he doesn't sit up. Oh. You drooling? You drooling? Obviously, he doesn't sit up by himself, but as you can see, he holds his head pretty good, and he's very, 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 very strong. Let's see some other stuff. He is super alert. He's a lot more alert compared to the first month. He follows your every move with your eyes. He loves when I talk to him. He just loves it. He gets so happy. When I see him in the morning, he just smiles, and he's super happy. So those are the main differences between month 1 and month 2, is that your baby is going to be a lot more alert. They're going to start getting stronger, holding their head up, tummy time, smiling, cooing, and making a lot more baby noises. Those are the main milestones that my daughter did at 2 months as well. So that is what he is doing. And then let's see. So his favorite things, I would have to say, would of course, as far as baby things, he loves this little Fisher-Price mat that you can kind of see here. It's good because it grows with them. They can do tummy time on it. They can kick it when they get, a little bit older and wanting to kick and move a lot more. It makes noises, piano sounds. So he loves that by Fisher-Price. I'll try to link it below. He also loves his Mama-Roo, and he takes usually his morning nap in it. He actually likes it to be on the faster side. My daughter liked it to be more on the slower side, and his favorite is the kangaroo motion, but he loves the Mama-Roo. Ava loved that too. Definitely another essential. He loves this little rocker that we got from I actually had it since, a lot of the stuff I had since Ava, and I use that a lot when we're outside on the patio. He loves that. It vibrates. he definitely loves that. He sleeps in the bassinet now, but it's not one of his favorites. But he does love to be swaddled and loves to be super... What? What's wrong? He loves to be super, you know, like, wrapped. I don't know what the word I was looking for. He's still kind of getting used to being free. I don't know. Maybe he'll always hate... You know how babies love being wrapped at first, and then they hate being free, and they flail all over, and they just get, like, crying. But after a month or so, they get out of that. Like him, he's still like right now, I can tell that he's like, swaddle me, hold me, cuddle with me. He loves being cuddled and snuggled. So that is definitely some things that he loves. Some other things he loves. Let me check it out to see if I'm not missing anything. What else do you love? Oh, of course, he loves his sister. He is like so alert with her, and of course she is like so much more into him than the first month. She comes up to him, gives him his binky, she like plays with his hair, like just like cuddles on him. It's so adorable, and he's just watching her and just so happy. It's so cute to see them together. He's talkative right now. It's so cute to see them together. It's just like, oh my gosh, I'm always like trying to snap pictures of them. And before, Ava didn't want anything to do with him, and now they are like, they're so cute. They are only 22 months apart, so I think that they're gonna get pretty they're gonna be pretty close. Any other things that he likes? What's going on, baby? Of course, he loves his milk, and he's very particular, more than Ava, a lot more particular than her when it comes to a few things. Like, Ava wasn't really a particular baby. She was very easygoing. Not that, you know, she didn't have to have, nothing really made her super mad unless she was like super hungry or super tired. What's going on? But yeah, he has to have his milk warm. But he loves his milk, of course, and what baby doesn't, but he has to have it warm. And we'll get into some favorite nipples and bottles and things like that he likes in a minute here. He loves, like I was saying, he loves being snuggled and rocked, and just, you know, I just feel like more so. I feel like I was obviously close to Ava, but I feel like he's definitely going to be a mommy's boy. I can definitely sense that. Oh, he loves his blankets. Absolutely loves his blankets. So that is the things that he loves. Some things that he dislikes. Obviously, he dislikes being cold, feeling free. He's not like a super big fan of tummy time. He hates staying still. I just feel like he's an extra wiggly baby, and I just feel like he gets so stiff. And back to the whole temperamental thing, like he's very temperamental. Like any little thing that I don't even know sometimes what makes him uncomfortable, and he is just stiff as a board. Sometimes I'll be holding him, I'm like, Eli, just relax, just chillax. One thing, he does love bath time, and I feel like he's way more relaxed after I give him a bath. I generally give him a bath like every other night, in case, like, unless he's like super sweaty or we're outside. But I think I might start giving him a bath every night, because it calms him so much. But I think he's getting a lot better with that, right? He's being super good right now. Super good. Let's see, what else doesn't he like? Yeah, I think that's about it. As far as his favorite nipples, he loves the bibs ones. At first, he did love his Wubbanub the first month, but after I started giving him these, I feel like when I give him his Wubbanub, he doesn't want it as much, but he loves these bibs. And then, of course, I have a ton of cute little pacifier clips that I was able to get. I'm like obsessed with hats and pacifier clips with him. With my daughter, I was obsessed with bows and shoes. Yeah, I know. Oh, he loves his hair being brushed. I keep like thinking of things after the fact. I have my notes here, and then I'm like, wait, he also loves this. It's so hard to remember every little thing. That's why I try to record it, and then I have it in my phone to put it in his baby book whenever I have a chance to actually get to his baby book. So yeah, and then as far as bottles, I have a ton of different bottles. I had a lot of bottles with Ava, and of course I sanitize them and stuff. But I think his favorite are the Advent and the Tommy Tippy. I just feel like he likes the wider bottles better, which was the same thing with my daughter. Yeah, I feel like it was the same thing with my daughter. Ooh, I think he's pooping. I mean, he likes the Modelo ones that came with my breast pump. Here, you want to be down, you little stiff baby. You stiff baby. All right. I just laid him right here in his little mat. He's just like looking at the mirror. But yeah, I just feel like they both liked the wider ones. My daughter loved the Tommy Tippy. He'll take all of them, but I just feel like those are his favorites. I do want to try this Nook one that I've recently heard about, that it like tells the temperature on the bottle, since he loves his bottles warm so much. I was thinking about trying that Nook one. So, but he's not like, he definitely like takes a bottle. He's not like super picky with that. But I think that is pretty much it for Mr. Eli. Let me see. Let me double check. I'm also thinking about getting another baby book for him, because I'm not like super in love with this baby book that I got for him, just because it's only his first year, and the one that I have for Ava is the first 5 years. I mean, it mainly focuses on the first year, but then it has a couple of pages for each year additional up to 5 years, and I believe it's by Carter's. It says Carter's on the back of hers. I'll link it in my Amazon storefront. I haven't actually bought it yet, but I'm thinking I'm gonna buy it. This one is amazing. I got it at Hallmark. It was on sale, and it has like a pull-out calendar, and it comes with stickers and everything, and I think it's adorable. But I'm just not in love with it. The other one has way more prompts and stuff, and this one's kind of on the smaller side. So I'm definitely gonna get that one. I think it says Carter's on the back, but I think it's by C.R. Gibson. Don't quote me. But it's in my Amazon store. It's the same one. It's the boy version. They have a couple different ones, but my daughter has the girl version, which is pink with polka dots. But yeah, I think that is it for Mr. Eli. I can't wait to continue doing these monthly updates with you and sharing everything about him. But if you have a 2-month baby boy, I really hope that this was helpful and kind of getting to know what to look forward to, or if your baby's doing the same things. I always love to watch other people's updates to see, you know, what other people's babies are doing, but no baby is the same. Some babies will do things sooner, some babies will do things later. You know, it's just always go by what your doctor says, and consult your doctors if you are concerned about your baby's milestones or what they are doing or not doing. Never go by like a YouTube channel or anything like that. But it's good to get other people's experiences out there, as definitely as if you are a mom. He's so strong. See? He's such a strong baby. I feel like he's definitely stronger and more farther along than Ava was, for sure. But that is all about Mr. Eli for 2 months. So I just have a few things to say about postpartum. I'm feeling, you know, good. I feel like it definitely, as I mentioned before, was a lot harder this time around when it came to recovering. The first month was like horrible. Like, just everything about postpartum was like times double the being hard, as far as compared to my daughter. From your first bowel movement to the stitches to everything. If you didn't watch my last video, I had a 3-degree laceration. It was horrible this time around. He was a 9-pound baby. So really the first month I was just not myself. I was just recovering, taking care of the kids, and it went by so fast. I didn't really start feeling like myself, honestly, until about 7 weeks. With my daughter, honestly, after a couple weeks, I was good. So the recovery just took way longer, and it really took a toll on me, and I just feel like I didn't have energy. I wasn't feeling like myself. I'm finally back to myself, feeling so much better. I started working out. It's only been a week and a half that I've worked out, but I feel so much better. I'm just trying to be a lot more mindful about what I'm eating. I'm not on any special diet or anything like that. I'm very for just moderation and being mindful about what you're eating and eating a well-balanced diet. I really hate diets. I just, you know, unless you're in the industry where you are a fitness model or something about like that, I'm just not into diets. But I love healthy food. I love eating healthy food. I love taking my vitamins. I love exercise, just all of that stuff, drinking water, I'm sleeping, all of those things that are super easy to keep yourself healthy is really all that you need, and a nice workout routine and doing stuff for yourself. So I've just been really trying to be mindful about all of that. It's definitely, I'll show you my stomach in a minute, but it's definitely going to be harder to get my stomach back this time around With Ava, I want to say it probably only took me about 6 months for my stomach to get back to normal. I have a lot more looser skin. I do have a few stretch marks that have come up, so it's going to be a journey, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm here for it. I love exercising. I've always been a very active person. I haven't exercised as much as I would like to probably in the past 2 or 3 years, and my main goal is just to just be more consistent with my fitness and exercising, you know, 3 to 4 times a week, and just really being active. I've always loved being an active person, and I know I haven't as much this past 2 or 3 years, but that is my main goal, to do that going forward. And I always thought that I was going to have like super fit pregnancies, but I never did, because it's just, you just don't realize how tired you are. In my first pregnancy, I was super paranoid to work out because I was afraid something was going to happen. In this pregnancy, I just never felt like I had enough energy and working and everything. Oh, you lost your binky. You're so awake. It's almost time for your bottle. So yeah, I mean, I've been feeling so much better, but it has been a rough postpartum. But I will have to say that the main thing now is I do feel like way more like myself, and I just try to exercise, take care of myself, do things that I enjoy as well, because that's what it takes to be a good mom. Is you cannot forget about yourself, and do not feel guilty for forgetting about yourself. And even if I feel guilty, I try to tell myself that I cannot be 100% a good mom if I don't do things for myself as well. I cannot be a good mom if I'm not happy. Like, you cannot, you know, it starts with yourself, and you're the trunk of the family. I believe the mother is the trunk of the family, and in order to have thriving branches, you have to nurture the trunk. And that somebody told me that, and I've always stuck to that theory. You know, you've got to make sure you're getting enough rest. You got to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. And I always try to do something every single day that I like, and I always try to end my night with something that is calming to me, or that brings me joy, or something that I like to do. It could be as simple as, you know, giving myself a pedicure, or just something for me. And I try to make sure that I give myself enough time to have a nighttime routine for myself, so I know that I'm making time for myself and taking care of myself. Or, you know, just anything. You know, my YouTube is my hobby. I absolutely love my YouTube channel. It's my passion, and it's my creative outlet, and that is something that I also do for myself. But let me show you, before I end the video, my stomach and how much it's gone down, and show you the work that I have to do going forward. But you know, I'm pretty happy with my body. I've definitely lost a lot of weight. Let me talk about that. So I actually haven't weighed myself lately, but my last time that I weighed myself, I weighed 153, and my pre-pregnancy weight was 148. So I'm pretty sure I'm around the 150 range right now. Like I said, I'm taking my time. I'm not like a fiend for weight. If you've seen my last videos, I'm more about how I fit in my clothes and how I'm feeling. And you know, I do weigh myself from time to time, but it's not something that I focus on. So my goal is to be at about 140. I look skinnier than I actually weigh. I think, you know, that's why I don't really go by weight. So my goal is to be around the 135 to 140 mark, which is what I normally am at. I was actually a little bit heavier pre-pregnancy than I normally stay at. I usually stay at 140. Right, Eli? So let me show you my stomach. What you doing? Oh, one thing I totally forgot. Yes, so I, you know, just to talk about it a little bit, breastfeeding. I am not breastfeeding anymore. My milk dried up. Long story short, I really only had milk in one breast, and he didn't really latch on my right breast, which was the same for my daughter. But I was thankful that I was able to exclusively breastfeed for a little bit longer than my daughter. I made it to almost a month when I started supplementing him with the formula for supplementation. And then, you know, he latched really good on my left breast, and I just feel like my body was just way more sensitive when it came to milk supply as other people, because it was like 1 or 2 days off my schedule, and I feel like most of my milk dried up, and then I was trying everything I could do to get it back, and it's just, you know, it wasn't enough milk in the first place to really feed this baby boy. He just drinks so much milk, so I had to supplement. And then, you know, supplementation, as much as it's definitely nice that you breast milk as well as formula, it's going to mess up your milk supply. So eventually, you know, I had issues with it in the first place. It dried up, and now I'm exclusively formula feeding, which, you know, I love giving him a bottle. I love the fact that My husband can give him a bottle. There's so many great benefits to that as well. But I, would love to be somebody that breastfeeds at least for 6 months. But unfortunately, I'm not. But I am glad that I was able to breastfeed as long as I did. And trust me, I tried. I did have a lot of I had a breastfeeding drink. I had a breastfeeding tea, and I do feel like they helped with my milk supply, and this time around was definitely a lot better than my first. And if I ever have another baby, I will definitely keep trying. Never give up if you're breastfeeding. It is the best thing for your baby, so never give up. But there's always a good formula. There's tons of formulas out there, organic, that you can find one perfect for your baby if you do need to supplement or switch to formula. So let me show you my stomach, and then I will end that video for today. Yes. He doesn't want me to put him down. He's ready for his bottle. So here's my stomach. I just have my loungy pants on. So I still have my little, make this quick because it's getting fussy. I still have a little scar here from where my belly button ring is. I have a few stretch marks down here, and as you can see, the skin is super loose right here. So I have, this is just very like loose. Oh, that's from my bathing suit when I was outside. But yeah, so I still have this pudgy belly. I know, that is so flattering. Anyway, I have all of this to lose. I know, baby. Hold on, sweetie. I have all of this to lose, but I think that it's pretty good considering this is 2 months postpartum. I'll check back in with you in a couple months during one of his updates. I'll probably just put both of these updates together in one video. So I think that will be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching Eli's 2-month update. I cannot believe it's already been 2 months, even though it has felt extremely long given the circumstances of everything going on. It's just like, what day is it? Anyways, I hope you stay connected with me, and if you have a baby boy around the same age as Eli, drop me a comment. Let me know what their new milestones are. But until our next video, loves, bye!